Well, there is news that the Trump administration is nixing relaxed marijuana laws, and that is sending shockwaves through the industry. With the latest on this, we're joined by Haley Wynn with business in Vancouver. And Haley, I understand this is affecting markets on this side of the border.
It did. We saw a number of Canadian cannabis stocks take quite a tumble yesterday, some of them falling by double digits, including Canopy Growth, which is a big one we've been watching, and Aphria. Essentially, what's happening south of the border is that the federal government may now have the ability to intervene in states that have decided to legalize marijuana. So that could put in jeopardy and cause impacts in states like Washington and Colorado that really have served as a model for legalization in states that Canada has been looking to. Longer term, it's unclear what the full impact might be. The federal government may not necessarily intervene right away. It might be more relaxed. It's hard to say. But it's quite an interesting opportunity for us here in Canada. To date, we really have had a leg up on the United States, which is not always the case when it comes to other industries. Canada is looking to legalization of recreational cannabis later this year. And if we see a clampdown south of the border that really only allows Canada to continue to gain worldwide expertise, to acquire the best talent, acquire capital, and really solidify its position as a world leader. So I know many companies here in Canada would like access to the U.S. market. That seems like it might be a long ways off. But if and when we do see full legalization south of the border, Canada and Canadian companies really are going to be in the best position to access that.
All right. Haley, you're also following a pretty big story, a Vancouver-based startup being bought over by Apple. Tell us more.
Yeah, it's very exciting news for the local industry here. The company is called BIV. At the high level, it essentially allows developers to manage their workflow more efficiently when it comes to building apps and making them better. The company, based in Vancouver, has about 40 employees or so, already has a number of high-profile clients like the New York Times, SoundCloud, Mozilla, Hootsuite. Much Apple paid for the company, but we do know last year they had a funding round worth about $7.6 million that can be used as a point of reference. Now, interestingly, what this means for Apple still dominates when it comes to apps, even though it has been losing market share to companies like Google, Samsung on the actual selling of mobile devices. So this is going to be another tool in Apple's developer toolkit to try and encourage developers to come on their platform and develop apps specifically for Apple. And what this means for BIV, they get to stay here in Vancouver, which they seem very excited about. It does mean, however, they used to develop apps for Android and iOS. They're not going to be developing apps for Android anymore now that Apple is their owner. So that will be a slight change.
Oh, yeah, definitely. All right. Haley Wynn with Business in Vancouver joining us today. Thanks, Haley.
Thank you.